cheers for coming on again, bro. Take two of,
All
of
good,
this
bro.
episode.
My pleasure.
How you been?
Yeah, fuck. Busy, eh? Just pumping out podcasts, editing. That's what takes the time. It's the bloody
Yeah,
editing.
100%. I tried to my first episode of this, and it shows on the Spotify. There's that little snippet at the start that I forgot to edit out and just start from the
Yeah, I
start.
noticed that.
And then when I was listening to it, I was like, oh fuck, how did you not notice that? But when I put it into Adobe and I just went, nah, fuck it, can't be bothered, because I was only looking for the and and all that shit to edit out. But then I was like, nah, I can't be fucked with that. Everything else is fine.
Yeah,
And then yeah, what I posted wasn't what I wanted to post. But that's the whole point of this podcast, really, is to show development and show growth, really. So
exactly. You'll learn.
we'll,
You'll learn along the way.
exactly right, exactly. And that's the best principle in life is you learn by experiencing, not theorizing about it, if
Yeah.
that's the right word for that context. But yeah, anyway, tell us a bit about yourself. What are you doing at the moment? What are you working on? What's the go in your life?
Good. Well, so working in the family business, which is air conditioning. Podcasting. So I got my own podcast, The Better Project. Sorry for the plug.
No, all good, bro. Plug all you want.
Yeah, just trying to get as much content out as possible, really. So did one on the weekend. I have one which was from the week before, which I haven't put out yet because I did like 4 or 5 the weekend before. That should go out tomorrow. I got Better Life, which is only just recently started. So just trying to get some content out for that. Looking into the clothing side of it as well, like where to get
Yeah, right.
clothes from, prices to get like print screened and all that shit. So yeah, just
I know exactly how that feels. I was on that little hustle for a bit, as I said on yours, but I've put that on hold for now to sort of, because as you've seen on Instagram, I've started up that media page and
yeah.
this podcast and stuff. So I might just put that on pause for now. But when I was hustling for that, it was figuring out prices for graphic design, clothing. You got to pay for samples, all that stuff.
Bro,
and
it is expensive.
Bro, I got a first quote from this joint down in Wollongong because my other mate wants to get into it as well, and he was like, "Oh, normally you'd look overseas, but you might want to look at local businesses." So I was like, "All right, cool." I looked at Wollongong and I was like, "Yeah, give me a quote for what I wanted." And then they're like, "Oh, we're looking at like $400 for like a test in graphic design." So I'd send them, like, I'd describe what I wanted on the shirt, and then they would send me a design and I'd pay for that. I'd pay for them to send me a sample. If I didn't like that, then they would send another sample and it cost another 400. I was like, nah, man, nah, not for me.
For me, like we already have the logo. It's just getting prices to get that logo on shirts.
Definitely. Because you've done for samples and stuff like that now, you've got a fair idea with just the iron-ons, right? You just,
yeah.
yeah.
We're
So
still playing around it because we might even get it embroidered as well. So we're playing around.
Yeah.
We're probably going to get a few samples of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, our first order might be 50 shirts because, it's cheaper to buy in bigger lots.
100%.
And we worked out the total for 50 shirts. Was it with vinyl on it? So the logo's in vinyl. Total of like $1,000 for 50 shirts.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, but at the end of the day, right? Like, although, I'm sure you'd be able to, finance that and everything like that. But then you just see the hard work that goes into it, and the reward of like putting something out there, and
yeah, seeing
showing
the name out there.
Yeah, 100%.
But like we did work out if we were to sell them all, like we would be in a profit. But
yeah,
you have to sell it all first. That's the thing.
Yeah, 100%. And there's one thing I've learned is like people don't buy the brand, they buy the story. So
exactly.
Yeah,
that's what we're kind of focusing on is the story, but we're still, figuring out the whole clothing shit as well. So when we're ready to go, we can go.
Oh, that's good. Take us back to a young Nick. Tell us about your childhood growing up to where you are now. Take us through it.
God, nothing too exciting, eh? Like just your average kid, man, just I was always outside playing sport, doing just very active young kid. Um, I've always been shy and introverted, which has kind of held me back in, networking with people and, meeting new people. Like when I meet someone and like I've been around them for a while, like I'm a totally different person to when I first meet them. Like I'm so fucking shy. It's not funny. And
I
then
got that when I first
once I
met you.
come out of my shell, man, like people are like, who the hell is this? Like I'm
Yeah.
totally different. It's
Yeah.
funny. But yeah, just grew up, average family, just me and my brother, my parents, been around business my whole life. Yeah, that's it, man. Just average, hardworking kid and family.
Yeah, right. So you could say that, kind of what you're striving towards now, it's kind of always been there, you just haven't noticed. And
Yeah, funny thing is, like with my family business, as a kid, I wanted nothing to do with it. I was like, I hate this. I want nothing to do with it. I want to, be in the sporting industry. And like I was heading in that direction, and then I just took a turn. I was like, fuck, I got this business sitting here where I can take advantage of it, and it funds me to be able to do the podcast and all that on the side. So
100%.
it was funny. I was doing a job today for an old family friend. He's like, what the hell are you doing here? Like the whole time you grew up, you said you never wanted to work in a family business, and now you're working here. It's like, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I
I
know.
saw a story today of you and your brother at Frango's.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself as well, I was like, man, Nick's kind of like living it up at the moment. He's got his podcast, he's got Better Life. He's putting out content. So he's really, really grinding, really chasing the dream. And like at the same time, you're working, but I can't imagine you hate it because, it's what you're passionate about. Not like you've said it before, not air conditioning is your
Yeah,
passion,
yeah.
but,
That's not my passion.
business. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So, getting real hands on and getting a feel for it, I'd imagine, it's a pretty good feeling. So,
Yeah, I feel like maybe I don't appreciate how good I have it sometimes. My parents always tell me, fuck, you got it so good. Imagine if you were working a 9 to 5 job, like you would hate your
yeah.
life. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I got it pretty good.
Yeah. Do you work part time now or are you full time?
Nah, full time, but it's like when we finish the job, I can go home.
Yeah. That's good.
So
That's
it's
good.
sweet. Like, some days I may finish at 5 o'clock, others at 2 o'clock. It just
Yeah.
depends what we have on that day. So it's pretty
Yeah.
chilled, man.
Yeah. Right. Has COVID affected at all? Have you been, a bit put back because of that or
Yeah,
no?
like it slowed down there for a bit, but like now it's picked back up, so that's good.
Yeah.
It gave me time to kind of focus on marketing and shit. So just making
Yeah.
work videos and just pumping out content for the page. So yeah, it's just
No,
brand.
that's
We're
good.
focusing on the brand.
Yeah, that's true. That's the same with my work. There was a bit of there was days when, because I normally work a 6 to 2,
Yeah,
and I get there at 6, smash all the work by like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then all the work was done, and then there was just 4 hours of doing nothing. And because of the pandemic, you know, everyone had to stick around for their hours to earn their money. So
yeah.
yeah, like
What is it
it's
you do
picked up
again?
now. Like pickbacker,
Yeah.
in a refrigeration air conditioning company.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, no. So that's all picked up. It's kind of back to normal now, and uh, yeah, integrating it with uni as well is it's been really really good. So get the best of both worlds, really. Working, funding podcasting, funding content.
And it's a busy life.
Oh yeah, it is. But at the same time as well, it's really, it's just great to be occupied.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you just, I know there was a period of time when I was bouncing from job to job because I didn't have like a long term plan in place or anything like that. I was just like, oh, just working all the time and play sport here and there. And then obviously I had the dream of making the NRL and all that and stuff like that. And then it wasn't until I got injured in footy while I was doing my apprenticeship, I kind of I was off work for 2 weeks, and I wasn't earning money. So I was spending my money on that break that I had from work. Then when I went back to work, and I was getting paid fortnightly as well. So I was off for 2 weeks, not earning money. And then I came back. And then from that point, I had to earn the fortnightly pay. So I had no money for like 4 weeks. And I remember where I was too. I was at Warringah Mall because we were doing the extension there. And I was sitting on like a bus stop chair outside of Bunnings, and I was like, fuck, I don't ever want to have no money ever again. Like, this is so shit. Like, there's nothing I can do. I can't go to Macca's and buy a $2 cheeseburger. Like, I'm starving at the moment. Like, this is so shit. And it was from that point that I was like, I don't want to ever experience this again. Like, I have kind of improved on my savings, but, there's still times when there have been times where I've just spent money stupidly, but now it's kind of been all right. I've been better with it and stuff like that. So, that was that. You just got to stay occupied and work towards something.
My nickname around here is a fucking Jew. I do not spend money at all.
I need to have that attitude. I try. So, what's today? Monday. Yeah, yesterday did the grocery shop for the week. And I'd never done the grocery shopping by myself before. I always kind of looked at my girlfriend and said, like, oh, what do I need to get? Like, what's this? What's that? And I was like, nah, fuck it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go there and just, buy cheap stuff. Like, normally I'd go, yeah, sweet, I'll grab that for lunch, this for lunch and stuff. And I won't even look at the prices. I just know I have money to spend.
Yeah.
And then I just spend it because I know I'm going to eat it throughout the week. But then I'll look at it and go, fuck, $7 for a packet of noodles. What's the difference between this $2 packet of noodles and this? Like I was starting to weigh that up and really try to manage my finances better so I can save and have not extravagant things and stuff like that in the future, but just
be comfortable.
Yeah, exactly right. Because I've never had that before in my life. Working from, I started at Macca's and I worked at an indoor trampoline center. But once the paychecks were coming in, I was like, yeah, sweet, money, go out. Buy stupid shit. But
my missus is like that. She hates going shopping with me because I'm like, why the hell are you buying that? It's like, there's a $2 version there.
Yeah, 100%.
She hates it.
Oh man, it is what it is. It's what we do. So how's your footy?
Fuck, there's no footy at the moment.
I thought that when does like grassroots and all that go back?
1st of July, maybe. I think that's training. I don't know when they play.
Okay, fair.
But that was for juniors. In regards to seniors, I have no clue what's going on. Majority of the teams have kind of pulled out.
Yeah.
Especially in like where I was playing Sydney Silver or Massey level. Like all the big clubs, because they're backed by the league's clubs, they can't afford to pay for it. So
right.
Pulled out. So I guess if I want to play footy, it kind of has to be in like country comp, and I ain't traveling. So
yeah, right. What is this? So I just had a weird sound in my headphones. The fuck is that? Obviously going to edit this part out, but okay, I think that's better. Yeah, it's better for now. Sweet. All right, cool. Oh, no, it's not. Give me 2 seconds.
All good, bro. Technology, eh? Pain in the fucking ass.
This is painful. Hold on 1 sec. Okay, maybe this will work. Let me just test. Okay, cool. I think we're back. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Nope, and I cannot hear you. Far out, man. All right, I think I've got you.
You got me?
Got you. Cool.
Wait.
All right, where were we?
talking about footy. Now it's a shit of a year.
Yep, I do apologise. We've had some technical difficulties there, so there's going to be a bit of a cut in between those conversations, but
Thought you were keeping it
I'll
raw,
fix
mate.
that up. Yeah, I'll just leave that in. Actually. Yeah, another part of growth is getting better equipment. So
Yes, you'll get
big
there.
beats next time. Yeah, no. So at the start of the year, I was thinking of getting back into footy, but I was meant to be going to Europe. I'm currently meant to be in Europe right now, so that's a bit of a pain. But with the pandemic and everything, it is what it is. You can't really change that. But
Get a refund or what?
yeah, we've got most of the money back so far. Just a couple flight places are being stingy and saying we need it and everything like that. But
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, and like I said before, with my injury, I wanted to get back into it, but then I was like, if I injure myself again and it's 10 times worse than what I actually did, who knows how long I'm putting what I want to do on hold, and you just got to really prioritize and stuff like that. Do you ever have that thought? Do you ever think, obviously not now because you haven't really been playing or training, but let's say that the pandemic didn't happen and you were playing footy. Would you ever think, if I get injured or anything like that, does that thought ever go into the back of your mind or?
Never. And that's probably because I have the security of working in my family business.
Yeah, that's good.
So,
that's a good security blanket, yeah.
on my side, it's kind of lucky that I have what I have.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's real good. Also, when footy was around, did you, because I saw you put a video out. It was when you first started vlogging. It was before podcasting.
Yeah.
And you did the tour, not the tour, but you played the Nines at Bankwest before the Nines.
Yeah.
And I saw you started vlogging, and obviously that's when footy was being played and you were starting out. Did you find it hard to balance, or you found a good middle ground and you could really manage it?
I found it was pretty easy actually, because I think the season was actually over then, like the main season. So I just played the Nines, and I just edited it up on the weekend.
Yeah.
I don't find the vlogging too hard. I guess if we were in the season now and training how many ever nights a week, I'd find it hard to do the editing in that for all my podcasts. Yeah. But then again, if the season didn't get cancelled, I wouldn't have probably put out as many podcasts as I have.
Yeah.
So it's kind of blessing in disguise.
No, 100%. So what's the saying? I'm not even going to attempt to be whatever that word is, but let's just say I'm not going to pretend to be wise. But, it is a blessing in disguise, really, like you just said, putting out content, really growing. Because let's be honest, bro, I've seen a growth within you from where you were to, right? Because let's be real, we drifted a bit after footy. We probably lost a bit of contact here and there.
Yeah.
But, then when I saw you started vlogging, I was like, oh, shit, Nick's giving it a crack. Then, from that point to where you are now, I've seen a significant growth. So hats off to you. It's been great.
Cheers, bro.
What's the, if you could really say, what are the goals for 2020? What are your goals for moving forward? What's in the future for you?
God, well, mainly the goals this year really are just pump out as many podcasts as possible, really, and just focus on myself, because the more podcasts I do, the more confident I get, and
definitely,
I'm growing as a person. I really need to get back into my fitness. I don't know if you see my Instagram story today. Over this period, because I've been putting so much time into podcasts, I haven't trained. I've lost 4 or 5 kilos. I feel fucking yuck. But it is what it is. Gym's open now, so I need to put aside, an hour or so a day just to get in there, get my work done. I guess it's not really the training as well. It's more so the eating. When I'm so focused on editing and that, I don't think about food. I just forget about it. And I was like, oh shit. So I'm just trying to eat more But yeah, just focus on the podcast. More content for Better Life. We want to try and grow that to a decent size, and then just the family business of getting more content out there, growing the business as well. That's basically it. And then whatever else comes up, I got missus, so focus on her.
And she's doing all right with her creations thing, eh?
Yeah. Fuck. Funny thing is, like, was it this whole time I've been dating her, she was like, I never want to do business. I want nothing to do with business. And I kept pushing her because she's like really good at art. And this whole time, like, why have you never pursued art like further? And she's like, I don't know. And then a month or so ago, we were doing art out at my house at the back. And I was like, fuck, this is really good. Like, what if you did these and sold them? So like 10 minutes later, I just made a Facebook page and an Instagram page for her. I'm like, here you go, you got a business now. kind of pushed her into it. But yeah, ever since then, she's like the commitment she shows and the passion, like she's doing it every day. The other weekend, she spent like a few hours building a website, and just the joy on her face after. She was like, come look at this, look what I made. I'm like, she was so proud of herself. I was like, fuck, that's cool, man.
That's good. And it's like, not to, take the spotlight away from her or anything, but, with this, I was like, I want to do podcasting. And then when I put my first episode on Spotify and I've seen it there, I'm like, holy shit, it's actually there. I want to keep going. And I can imagine that's exactly how she feels too. So yeah, it's the fact like that you've done it and you've seen other people do it and you're like, I want to do that. And then you do it and then you see it out in the world and you're like, I want to keep doing this because it's just a good feeling. Like I found myself all day thinking about podcasting and creating more content for AS Media. So you're right. It's an addictive feeling. So
it's crazy. You take that first step and where it can lead you, eh?
Oh, definitely. And to be too scared to take that step, I feel like, you've just got to do it. Just do it. And then just whatever else comes and
that's why so many people are not happy though. They're scared to take that first step because they're always thinking of the what ifs.
Yeah,
in a negative view. Like, okay, look at it in a positive view. Like, why do you always have to be so negative and think, oh, what if I fail? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, straight away. If you straight away set yourself up for failure, you're not going to look past it. If you just go, yes, I want to do this, but this could happen, then you're creating excuses and you're not really coming up with solutions, really. And you've just got to, as we've said a couple of times now, just take the leap and whatever else comes. Just do it, really.
I believe if you're going to fail, well, then you've already failed. If you need to have a positive outlook. If you believe, all right, I'm going to do this and be successful, well, you're going to be successful. It may not happen the first time, may take a few times, but you're going to get there if you stay persistent and keep going with it.
No, definitely. And I remember last night, right, I was sitting, we were on a Zoom call for my girlfriend's grandparents' 60th wedding anniversary, and they live over in England. Yeah. And I was sitting there and I was like, I'm going to ask one of the podcast guys I listen to jump on my podcast. I was like, fuck it, what's the worst? Like, I don't have any expectations for this. If they say no, it's what I was expecting. Like, who cares? And I asked him, and I woke up to a message to him this morning saying, I'd love to jump on. We'll sort out times and stuff like that. And I was like, holy fuck, holy shit.
Wait,
he said, yes, he's going to jump on. So I listened to a podcast called The Countdown Movie Reviews and TV Reviews. I think that's what they call it. But they count down their top 10 movies of the year or top 10 action films or whatever. So they do like that. And, me being a movie buff, I love it. And there's two guys, their names are Wayne and Paul. And I asked the page and I invited them both on. And then Paul got back to me and he said, yeah, I'd love to come on. Wayne doesn't really do that, blah, blah, blah. But congratulations on getting your show up and running and all that. And I was like, holy shit. It like just went, fuck it, just do it, see what happens. And then now I'm going to have him on.
Yeah.
I don't know when, but I've lined up 2 more guests this week. I've been messaging people saying, "Do you want to come on a podcast?" And everyone's like, "Yeah, we'd love to." Like, and it's just going like, Jesus Christ! Like, and you said the other day you've got podcasts coming out your ass.
Yeah.
So it's just, but it's exciting. It's not like going, "Oh God, I don't want to do it." And also as well, another podcast that my mates are running. It's called Hustler Press Play, but it's spelled HSTLR.
Yep.
Yeah, it's spelled like that. And they asked me to be the videographer for their podcast because they want to start creating visuals as well. Nice. So, it's just seriously, man, if I didn't get into this.
So many opportunities that can come from that.
Bro. Yeah, I even I recently bought a drone the other day, and I'll stop harping on about me after this. And but I bought a drone the other day, and I was flying it around, and then the media page that I started, when I posted the content on there, I was like, there's so much cool shit I could do with this. And then my girlfriend's parents are thinking of selling the house, and they were like, did you want to make a video and we could give it to the real estate agent? Oh, sorry, not the real estate agent, the person that's going to sell the house. And then if they like the video, they could use that, and then they could refer you to someone else. And then, it's just that. And there's networking.
Yeah, I've seen those cool real estate videos with the drones. They look mad.
And there's just opportunities everywhere. You just got to find them and take advantage of it and really get the ball rolling. And
just got to open that first door, and so many others open up after.
Oh, bro, there's limitless. It's honestly, and I always thought, like, bro, when I was younger in school, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to be an NRL player. I'd watched that many motivational videos, thinking like, yep, I'm G'd up. It's like 1 a.m. in the morning. I'm in bed going, yeah, let's go. Like, I'm going to wake up, go for a run and all that. But then, like, you wake up, you're like, nah. Bro, I was making excuses from then. And then when you just start doing instead of thinking, it's just limitless opportunities, man. It's just so good. And it's just so much brighter. It's just as cheesy as it sounds, man. Like all those videos that say, like, you just got to go for it and you'll unlock happiness and all that. Sounds cheesy, but it's true. Like, it's honestly so true. I can't believe it. It's good. And I'm sure you feel the same way. Your girlfriend feels the same way. Yeah. It's just positive energy, and it's amazing.
It's crazy the amount of people you can meet as well.
Oh, the networks are unbelievable. It's honestly, there's, like you said, you take the leap, you open so many doors, and you meet so many people behind those doors, and it just keeps going and going and going. It's just, it's so good.
I put a piece of micro content out today of one of my recent podcasts I did, and he was talking about how Isaac John reached out to him and shouted him out, and he went from about 500 followers to like over 1,000 in like 24 hours. And that chance message of Isaac John has grown his company like fucking 10 times. Yeah. It's crazy how you can just meet one person, network with someone, the effect that it can have on you. It's crazy. Yeah,
it is. And funny thing is, I just press play on that video and then you join the call. So it's on my phone at the moment. I'll watch it after this, but I encourage anyone who is listening to this at the moment, if there is anyone, just whatever's holding you back from it. I'll start that again. Whatever's holding you back from achieving your goals, find a way to overcome it. And once you do, you'll go, I just overcame that first hurdle. I can overcome any hurdle that comes in my way. It is honestly 10 out of 10. Recommend. Happiness is key.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, man. That leads me to my next question. Do you have a point in your life where you realized that this is what you wanted to do instead of what you were doing at that time?
Yes. So I've obviously been, like, for a few years, followed the likes of Gary Vee and all that. And then last year I seen he's coming to Australia. So I was like, all right. I bought tickets to the event that he was talking at. Took a day off uni to go to it. It's like, fuck uni, don't care. And that event kind of changed my whole mindset. It's like I seen these guys up in stage, and I was like, wow, like I could be doing this shit. I was like, why am I wasting time at uni to get a degree that really no one cares about, to work in an industry that's oversaturated, to earn fuck all money?
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, like I got a family business sitting here. Why don't I leave uni and focus on building that, and then we'll see what happens, see where that
Yeah.
leads to. So the next week, dropped out of uni, started working full time for my parents. And I guess I haven't really looked back since, started vlogging, podcasting. It's crazy to look back and see where I was to where I'm now. Like I would never
Yeah.
have thought like I'd be doing what I'm doing. I was like, I don't really guess take the time to appreciate how far I've come. And
Yeah.
I guess I've only just started as well. So it's crazy to think where I'll be in 5-10 years time as well.
Oh, definitely, man. If you think about how much you've done in a year, I'm sure it was a year ago, or this time last year, you
Yeah,
weren't doing what you
basically,
were
I
doing.
think it's
Let's say
nearly
that.
exactly a year ago.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I mean, like all the stuff you've done in a year. Imagine what you're going to be capable of doing in 5 to 10 years, man. Like if you just keep at it, it's like dreams don't come overnight.
Mm.
You got to work towards it.
So
So,
many people underestimate how much you can get done in a year, like how much you can
100%.
grow in that time period. It's crazy.
Oh, definitely. And it's the same with me. Like I said on your podcast, I had a really low moment when I realized that, I'm not really doing anything with my life. And I was like, I need to turn it around. And then I just went for what I want to achieve. And, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not nearly there. But, like
At
I'm
least you're
happy.
working towards it.
Yeah. I'm happy where I am and what the possibilities are. There's just
As
so many
as Gary Vee says,
opportunities.
man, you gotta love the process.
Oh, 100%. And one thing you've got to remember as well is Gary Vee probably looked up to some people that inspired him. He was in our shoes one day, looked up and went, fuck, I want to do this shit too.
And the thing about it,
Started grinding.
he's only gotten this big in the recent few years. Like no one knew about him. He was just
No,
that guy who
I
worked in
didn't.
dad's liquor store, and then now he's fucking probably number one entrepreneur in the world.
Yeah, bro. And he's trying to buy the Jets. I know that he's trying to buy the Jets.
Yeah, that's his goal. But I seen a video. He's like, I don't even care if I even buy the Jets. It's the process of getting to buy the Jets. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't care about the end result. It's all about the process.
Yeah. Something else I've heard as well is, there's the process to getting to your goal, your desired goal, and then there's what comes after it as well. So if you get to your goal and you kind of feel this, sort of slump going like, oh, well, I've done it. What else is there to do? I don't really think that was your goal.
Nah.
If you get to your goal and then you continue to grow on that goal and start achieving other things from what you've achieved, I think that's where it's at. So I have the dream to become a filmmaker. I'm not going to get this degree and go, sweet, I've done it, because then I'm not a filmmaker because I didn't make any films.
You just got a piece of paper. You're not a filmmaker yet.
Exactly right. It's like if you were an apprentice carpenter, finish your apprenticeship, and then you're like, okay, cool, let's go work at Macca's now. Like, yeah. Afterwards, it's what comes after that you really need to
It's like
strive
when
towards.
I guess when you're in school, and it's funny, you see these kids go study so much for their HSC, they get this high result, and some of them just do nothing with it. It's like, what was the point?
No,
Honestly,
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. There's a couple of people that I know, graduated school, went straight into an apprenticeship. What was the high school certificate for? What are you going to uni? What are you doing? Like, you just.
I guess everyone's different. Like the path
exactly.
I went through. Like, yeah, I finished year 12. I didn't get my HSC. I didn't have to get an ATAR, whatever it was. But then I think I had a year off. Or was it year off? And then I went to TAFE. I did a sporting course. and I kind of just floated around. Like I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And then I went to
Same with
uni,
me. Yep.
did that for a year and a half and dropped out. So it was like, I guess everyone goes through different phases. You know, some go straight to uni, some finish school and decide, fuck, I don't want to go to uni. I'll do apprenticeship. It's like, you know,
Yep.
everyone's different. Everyone's on their own journey, I guess.
Oh, and that's another thing I wanted to say. And to retract the comment I just made, if you're happy and content where you are now in your life, to anyone that's listening, you're winning. If that's what you want to do with your life and you've found happiness in that and you're content where you are, hats off to you. Like
If you want to lay on
you're
the
doing
lounge
well.
all day, good on you.
Yeah, absolutely. If
My
you want to play
life, but
video
if you
games and
want
all
to do
that,
it,
yeah. And like you said, everyone is different, and they probably are still waiting for that moment to realize, hold on, I want to do this. So uh, you think everyone's different, everyone's on their own journey. Things happen at different times, but it all happens at the right time.
I guess there's a fine line though. Like you have those people that sit on their lounge all day and I want to be rich. I want to be rich, but what are you doing to be rich?
Exactly right. There's the thought, and then there's the action. If you don't take
so many
action,
people do not take action. They want everything in the world, but they won't work for it.
exactly right. Um, yeah. Before we go on too much of a tangent, 5 years time, mate. What are you doing apart from what you've said before? What's the goals for Better Life? Is that a company you want to get off the ground and really take over and be your prime business, or are you looking to grow the family business into something bigger?
So in regards to the family business, I want to grow it to a point where I do not have to work in it. I can work on it, but not work in it, because to be honest, I fucking hate it. Well, I don't hate it, but I dislike it. Like some days it's all right, but when you do something and you're not passionate about it, you just like, can't be bothered.
Definitely.
I like working on the business. I like creating content for the business. I like the marketing, but the physical labor of it, I'm not really a fan of it.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, that's the goal for that, is just to build that. Podcasting, who knows where I could take that. I just want to just grow it, get as many people on to share their story, and who knows where that will lead to. Better Life, my goal for it is obviously to, share my story, my journey from where I was to where I'm going to be in 5 years, I guess, and build a successful clothing brand off the back of it. Because for years, I was interested in clothes. I was like, fuck, it'd be cool to have a clothing brand, but I never knew like a name or kind of purpose that I would do it for. And now I do. So I was like, all right, it's pretty cool to have your own clothing brand. So who knows where that will be in 5 years? It would be nice to have a established brand. And then obviously I want to invest in property or wherever else, whatever other businesses pop up. 5 years, God, the missus probably want a kid. God, how old will I be? 27, yeah. 28, 27, 28. Yeah, maybe a kid. Who knows? My own house, like nice property. I would like that. I don't know. It's crazy to think that far ahead, though.
No, 100%. But then again, you have to realize or think, you're putting so much effort into your, business dreams and goals now that these things could just come along the way and then filter into your everyday life, and then you've got all that before you know it, and it's going to be the best feeling ever.
Yeah, I like to have an idea of where I'd like to be, but at the moment I just like to focus, day by day, week by week, and whatever pops up. Because my 5 years, if you asked me this last year, my 5 years would be totally different to what I've just told you. So it's always going to be changing and evolving. 5 years, I really want to do a lot of travel. I'd love to travel around the world. That's one of my big goals.
Yeah.
There's massive world out there. I want to experience it, meet different people, embrace their cultures, and just kind of learn about myself and grow as a person as well. So
Yeah, right. No, that's a good 5-year plan. Very good. I think we should wrap it up now. I don't have a timer on where we're going, but fuck, it's been a good chat, man.
well, good man. I've got to say
To
though,
anyone,
for your listeners, was it a few weeks ago that you hit me up and you said you inspired me. I'm going to start my own podcast. And I was like, all right, let's see if Austin takes action here. And you took the action. So I'm really proud that you've reached out and then you've actually, backed up what you've said and taken action, man. Like you've taken that first step and who knows where it's going to take you. So I'm really proud of you for that,
thanks, bro. It means a lot coming from you, honestly, because for those who don't know, me and Nick met playing footy in under 17s, or 17s, down at Wenny, Wentworthville Magpies. And as you were saying at the start of the podcast, he's a shy, introvert kid. Then me, him, and a fella named Ryan Corby, who fuck knows what he's doing. He's always been a loose cannon, but I'll get him on the potty one day. We'll get all three of us on. Should be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we formed that group and we all sort of came out of our shells. And so me and Nick played footy together for 2 years. We won the comp in 17s.
Yeah.
C grade year was
wooden spooners.
Mate, that was fucked. But then after that, do you know we both ended up at Hills without even realising that we were there?
Yeah, I know.
I was playing C grade and you were Shield, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, fuck, that's Nick. How you going, bro? All that. And then, after that, I got injured. I'm pretty sure Nick still played footy.
Yeah, I went to St. Mary's the year after.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He went, was it St. Mary's?
Brothers, that now Windsor.
Brothers. Yeah, Windsor, that's right. And I was like, oh, Nick's still playing footy. I want to get back into it. So I hit him up again. I was like, bro, what's St. Mary's like? Do you remember that? We were chatting about that. And then I didn't take the action, didn't get back into it and everything like that. And then I kind of just started floating around and really not really knowing what I was doing. And then it wasn't until I was set on my path and then I saw Nick put out a vlog and then I was like, oh, shit, Nick's making vlogs. Let's watch what he's doing. So then he started making vlogs and then I was following that for a bit. Then he came out with podcasting. I was like, fuck, Nick's doing all this stuff. What's stopping me from doing that? Because me and him were at the same point of our lives a couple of years ago. So I might give that a crack. And so that's why I reached out to you and said, Brad, you've inspired me to do this because we're both at the same point in our lives. Thank you so much for inspiring me to do this because like we were saying all this podcast, the opportunities are endless. You get to meet so many new people, grow as a person and stuff like that. It's really honestly something amazing. So I thank you for that.
Well, I'm proud of you, as I said, man, for taking action, man. Not many people do it and you've decided to do it. So yeah, keep it up. Who knows where you're going to be by the end of this year or a few years' time, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep working hard and we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what goes on. I'm looking at getting some vlogs out, but just got to figure out what to record and stuff like that. So, but I'll get it eventually.
Yeah, I was looking about doing some vlogs again, but I guess my main priority is just podcast. I really enjoy it more than vlogging, so we'll see.
Yeah, right. No, that's good. Well, anyway, I might just do a quick little outro to wrap things up. This has been another episode of Your Average Bloke. It should be up within a day or two probably from now. But yeah, once again, thanks heaps for coming on, bro. I greatly appreciate it. Definitely won't be the last time. We got to get those NRL weekly wraps going.
Yeah, man. My pleasure for coming on. Thanks for inviting me.
No, all good, bro. Take it easy.
Cheers.